Hello City Shred family, my name is Paola, I'm a yoga teacher, and today we have a 45-minute Vinyasa class. It is all levels, so feel free to grab your straps, your blocks, even belts or a hand towel, and if you're ready, let's begin. So as always, I like to start class with a little bit of stretching. So I like to stretch the inner thighs, the groins, and just open up the hips. One of my favorite stretches is butterfly. So we're gonna bring the sole of the feet together. We're gonna roll the shoulders back and lengthen the spine. And we're just gonna butterfly the legs. Connecting to your breath. So take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, slowly start walking the hands forward, keeping a straight back, maybe taking the forehead to the mat. So we stay here for 3 breaths. Taking deep and long inhales through the nose, and deep and steady exhales through the nose. Come all the way up. Now keep your right leg in and extend your left leg to the front of the mat. So remember, you have the option to keep the knee straight, to stretch your left hamstring, or you can bend the knee. You can take your right foot a little closer to your groins, or take your right leg on top for your half lotus. Maybe you take your right arm around to find a bind. Another option is to bend the knee, bring the foot a little closer to your left inner thigh, maybe take a bind, interlacing both hands behind the back. So wherever you are, take a deep breath in here, and on the exhale, slowly fall forward. We breathe in here. And then slowly come all the way back to seated. And we'll do the other side. So your right leg goes all the way to the front of the mat. And just do any variation with the left leg. So whatever you did on the other side, do on this side to keep your body balanced. Deep breath in. Exhale, fall forward. Stay connected to your breath, allowing every exhale to take you deeper into the pose, and just surrendering here. And then slowly come all the way up. And now take your left leg to the front of the mat. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly fall forward, keep a straight back. Option to grab the big toes, to grab your heels. Maybe you grab strap or a towel, maybe a belt. Just place it in the middle of your feet, and then you start walking your hands now. And just be mindful of your breath. And slowly come back to neutral. And we're gonna swing the legs back, coming into a tabletop. Stacking your hips on top of your knees and your shoulders on top of your wrist. Walk your left hand a few inches to the right, and now take your right arm all the way up. Maybe open the right shoulder a little bit more. Inhale, Exhale, slowly start threading the needle. Right arm goes under the left arm. Maybe you take the left arm around the back to find your right inner thigh. Maybe you walk the left arm forward. Stay or play. So remember, it's your practice and you just do you. Do what feels good for you today. So maybe you take your left leg all the way up to the sky. Engage your inner thigh, your core, your glutes. You can bend the knee, and if the balance is there, maybe you pick up the right foot off the mat, balancing on the right knee. And then slowly we start coming down. Push yourself up. Right arm reaches all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bring the arm down. Now let's do the other side. Right hand walks a few inches to the left, and we sweep the left arm up. Maybe roll the left shoulder a little bit more, opening the heart. Deep breath in here. Exhale, thread the needle. So yogi's choice. And then slowly come all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bring the arm down. So let's warm up the wrist. Taking your fingers to the outside of the mat. Rocking side to side. Walk the hands in different directions and just keep grabbing your mat firmly. So flip your hands upside down so the palms are facing the sky. Option to bend the elbows or keep the elbows straight. Flip your hands upside down. Now tuck your toes and push yourself into your down dog. Send your hips all the way up. Pushing the mat away. And start walking your dog, coming higher on your toes. Start getting into your hamstrings. Connecting breath and movement. And start shaking your head, yes. And shaking your head, no. Bring both heels back to the mat. Come high on your toes, bend your knees, and now take your chest a little closer to your thighs for your turbo dog. Sending your hips a little bit higher and just keep pushing the mat away. Bring both heels back to the mat. And now sweep your right leg all the way up to the sky. Come high on the toes of the left foot. Take your right knee to your nose. Shifting the weight forward, stacking the shoulders on top of your wrist. Engaging your core. And now step your right leg through. Come into a crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up. Strong on the left toes. Take the arms by the sides. And we're going to transition into a warrior 3. Left leg comes up. Micro bend the right knee. And just breathe in here. Engage your left inner thigh. Engage your core and find your balance through your breath. Now swing your left leg forward, dancing Shiva, right hand to left knee, left arm reaches back. Grounding through the right toes. Now kick your left leg back to your warrior three. Back to your dancing Shiva. Maybe this time you can start straining the left leg, or just keep your knee bent and take your right hand to your left knee. Go back into your warrior three. Open into a warrior two. Left leg goes back to the mat. Make your stand a little bit wider. Your left toes are facing the outside of the mat and your right knee is stacked on top of your right heel. Try to keep your hips as square as possible. So your hips should be facing the left side of the mat. Gaze over the right shoulder. Arms are strong. And we're just breathing here. Now flip your right hand, reach forward and reach back. Keep breathing in here. Start straightening the right leg. And now pivot the right foot to the left side of the mat. Coming into your wide-legged forward fold. Take your hands to your hips. Deep breath in here. And on the exhale, slowly start falling forward. So you have the option to grab your legs, maybe take the crown of the head a little bit closer to the mat, so maybe the crown of the head touches the mat today. You can grab the big toes. You can take your hands under the shoulders to find your balance. And just keep engaging your inner thighs and just keep pressing into the outer edge of your feet. And then slowly we start coming all the way up. Pivot your left foot to the back of the mat. Bend the knee. Warrior two on the left side. Remember your alignment. Your left heel should be in line with the arch of your back foot. Arms by the sides. Flip your left hand. Reach forward. And now reach back. Reverse your warrior. Come back into your warrior two. Pivot your right foot in, coming into a crescent lunge. Breathing in here, strong on the right toes. Come into your warrior three. Right leg comes up. Micro bend the left knee, square your hips, engage your right inner thigh. Dancing Shiva, left hand to right knee, right arm reaches back. Back into your warrior three. Dancing Shiva, maybe this time you extend the right leg out. Come back into your warrior three. Back into your crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up. Take your hands to the mat, frame the left leg. Sweep your left leg all the way up to the sky. Take your Vinyasa. And we meet in down dog. So we're here for 5 breaths. So look up, jump or walk to the front of the mat. Look up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Reverse one dive, inhale. Samastitihi, exhale. Take a moment in here to connect to your intentions, to connect to your breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Fold forward, exhale. Look up halfway, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Now take your right leg all the way up to the sky. Come high on the toes of the left foot. Take your right knee to your right tricep. Now kick it all the way back and up. Right knee to right tricep. Kick it all the way back and up. Right knee to the outside of your right hand, coming into a Lister lunge. So we're gonna stay high for a few breaths. You have the option to take your forearms to the mat and just keep your left leg engaged. You can rock back and forth. You can rock side to side, maybe coming into the outer edge of the right foot. Another option is to take the right shoulder under the right knee, airplane arms. Maybe you take your Ekapada. Any variation is welcome. Now bring the left knee and toes to the mat. Come into the left forearm or your left hand and take your right hand to your right knee, pushing the right knee out. Opening the right hip a little bit more. Breathing in here. Staying connected to your breath. Scanning the body from head to toes. Releasing any unnecessary tension in the body. Another option is to bend the left knee, grab the foot, maybe taking your foot a little closer to your glutes. Release the left leg. Come high into your hands if you're not there yet. And now from here, we're going to transition into a Skandasana, low side lunge. So this is a great mobility exercise. We're coming from your Lister lunge onto your Skandasana, low side lunge. Taking your hands to prayer. Remember, your right toe should be facing the top left corner of the mat. So we have different options in here. You can bring the hips to the mat. Take your left hand to your right leg, and now sweep your right arm up to find the toes of the left foot. That's one variation. Another one is to exhale by taking the right arm, wrap it around the right knee, left arm reaches up. Maybe you take a full bind behind the back, interlacing both hands, rolling the left shoulder back. And whenever you're ready, we're going to transition into the other side. So you can either Use the strength of the right leg to transition into the other side, or you can take your hands to the mat and now transition into the other side. So whatever floats your boat. We'll meet on Skandasana on the left leg. So same variation in here. You can exhale by taking the left arm, wrap it around the left knee, right arm reaches up. Maybe you interlace both hands behind the back, rolling the right shoulder back. Maybe you take the hips to the mat. And now sweep your left arm up, grabbing the right foot. Whenever you're ready, we're gonna frame the left leg. And now we're gonna walk the left foot out, bringing the left hand to the inside of the left leg, staying high for a few breaths, so your right leg is engaged. You can stay high on your hands or come down to your forearms. Lizard lunge, maybe coming into the outer edge of the left foot, rocking side to side, rocking back and forth, just doing what feels good for you today. I'll take your right knee and toes to the mat, come into your right forearm or your right hand, and now take your left hand to the left knee. Pushing the left knee out. Gently opening the hips a little bit more. Maybe bend the right knee and grab the foot, bringing it a little closer to your glutes for a quad stretch. And just breathing in here. Release the right leg. So stay where you are. You have the option to come into your airplane arms, taking the left shoulder under the left knee. You can come into your ekapada. Come back into your lizard lunge. Pressing through the hands, sweep your left leg all the way up to the sky. Now take the left knee to the left tricep. Kick it back. Left knee, left tricep. Kick it back. And now take your Vinyasa. And we all meet in down dog for 5 breaths. So bring your feet a little closer together, toes to touch. Inhale, sweep your right leg all the way up, come high on the toes of the left foot. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest or knee to nose. Kick it all the way back and up. One more time, knee to nose. Kick it all the way back and up. Knee to nose, step it through, coming into a supported low lunge, left knee and toes to the mat, sweep the arms all the way up. So remember, you can always come a little bit higher on the left knee. So maybe you're here today and that's fine. Just make sure that your hip stack on top of your left knee. So keep sending your hips forward and up. Keeping your hips square so your hips are facing the front of the mat. Option to sweep the arms all the way up or take your hands to the right knee. Maybe you bend the left knee and grab the foot. Bringing the foot a little closer to your glutes. So wherever you are, start taking your hands to the mat And start straining in the right leg, coming into a half split. Flex the right foot so we open and stretch the right hamstring. We're framing the right leg. Take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, slowly we start falling forward, keeping a flat back. Keep sending your right hip back and your left hip forward. Come up halfway. And now walk your left hand over the right leg and start walking both hands towards the right side. So now your right foot pivots to the outside of the mat. And this one can be really intense on the hips. Keep sending the right hip back and your left hip forward. Twisting as much as you can. And remember, you know your body better than anyone else. So you're supposed to feel discomfort, but never pain. And then slowly release. If you have a full split, take a full split. Another option in here is to take your blocks by the sides to try to keep those hips as square as possible. Coming into your split. So wherever you are, we're gonna tuck the toes of the left foot and we're gonna come into a pyramid pose. So remember your pyramid pose is like two cars on the highway, so they're in separate lanes. So your back foot shouldn't be right behind the right leg, it should be on the other lane. And your back toes should be facing the top left corner of the mat. Making your stand as comfortable as possible so both heels are flat on the mat. Your front toes are facing forward. Keep a flat back, both legs straight. Inhale, and on the exhale, slowly start falling over the right leg. Engaging the inner thighs. And once again, your right hip goes back and your left hip goes forward. Option in here to take your hands to the mat to find your balance. Maybe you take a reverse prayer by taking the arms behind the back, falling into the right knee. You can play with your flamingo by taking your hands to the mat, fingers facing back, shifting the weight into the right leg. Engage your core, and now take your left leg up. So look up halfway, take your left hand to the inside of the right foot, right arm reaches up. If you're looking for a more advanced variation, you take your right hand to the outside of the right foot and take your left arm up. For your reverse triangle, Parabrita Trikonasana. Now take your right hand to the mat, either to the outside or the inside of the right foot, and now take your left arm up. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Come all the way up. Reverse your Trikonasana. Mindful breathing in here. Keep reaching back, opening the right side of the body. Come back to center. Bend the right knee. Take the hands to the mat, frame the right leg. Inhale, sweep the right leg all the way up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up the Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So bring your feet a little closer together. Inhale, sweep your left leg all the way up. Come high on the toes of the right foot. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose or knee to chest. Inhale, sweep the left leg all the way up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your left leg through, coming into a supported low lunge. Right knee and toes to the mat. Come up. Either taking the hands to the knees or sweeping the arms all the way up to the sky. Remember, you can bend the right knee, grab the foot. And whenever you're ready, start coming into the right knee, straining in the left leg, coming into your half split. Inhale, exhale, slowly start falling forward. Look up halfway, walk the right hand over the left leg, and now start walking both hands towards the left side of the mat. Sending your right hip back and your left hip forward, creating a deep stretch in here. Start walking both hands to frame the left leg. Stay here or take your full split. If you're not there yet, come back into your half split. Now tuck the toes of the right foot, coming into your pyramid pose. Both heels are flat on the mat. Keeping the legs straight. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fall forward. Remember, any variation is welcome. You can stay in your pyramid pose. Maybe you take your arms around the back for your reverse prayer, rolling the shoulders back. Maybe you take your flamingo, hands to the mat, transfer your weight into the left leg, engage your core, pick up the right leg off the mat. Come back into your pyramid pose. Moving into your Parabrita Trikonasana. So right hand goes to the inside or the outside of the left foot. Left arm reaches up. Twisting from the midline. Looking at the left fingertips. Now take your hand to the mat, inside or outside of the left foot. Left arm reaches up. Right arm reaches up. Come all the way back into standing. Flip your left hand and reverse your Trikonasana. Come back to neutral. Bend the left knee. Cartwheel the arms down. Frame the left leg. Sweep the left leg all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up the Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more breath in here. And now roll yourself into your high plank. So shift the weight forward. So we're stacking the shoulders on top of the wrist. Core is engaged. We're high on the toes. And we're just breathing here. Strong core, guys. Now walk the right hand directly under your face and come into the outside of the right foot, taking your left arm up. Another variation is to take your right knee to the mat, coming into a high side plank. You can pick up the left foot off the mat. Maybe you grab the big toe of the left foot, taking your left leg up, coming into a split. Or you can take the left foot into a half lotus. Take your left hand back to the mat. Come back into your high plank. And now walk your left hand. Right arm reaches up, coming into the outside of the left foot. So right leg comes up. Maybe you grab the big toe, come into a split. Maybe you take your right leg into a half lotus. Come back into your high plank and then roll yourself back into your down dog. Come back into your high plank. And we're going to come down into our forearm plank. Keep pushing through the shoulders. So don't let the shoulders sink down. Keep that core engaged. Keeping it straight back. Engage your glutes. Come into your right hand, left hand. Right forearm, left forearm. Right hand, left hand. Right forearm, left forearm. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Left, right, left, right. Left, right, almost done, guys. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Keep breathing, left, right, right. And now see if you can take both hands to the mat and push yourself all the way up, coming into your high plank. And now come into your down dog. Bring your knees to the mat. And we're gonna take a frog pose, which is a great pose to open the hips, especially for those of you who are working on your middle split. So take your knees to the sides. Stack your knees on top of your heels, feet facing out. Sinking the hips down as much as you can. Connecting to your breath. Breathing in here. And remember, we always go deeper on the exhale, so if you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, always go deeper on the exhale. And when you're ready to come out, bring your feet together, toes to touch, and see if you can bring the hips to the mat. So keeping your knees to the sides as much as you can, and taking your hands to your feet, maybe reclining back, rolling the shoulders back. Let your head hang heavy here. And then slowly come back to neutral. And we're gonna come flat on the mat. Let's do some core. So lay down on your mat. And bring the knees to the chest. Rock side to side. Or find stillness. Now sweep your arms all the way up and take your legs all the way up to the sky. Bring the hips up and now take your feet to your hands. And then slowly with control, we're gonna take the legs all the way to the front of the mat. Hover a few inches of the mat, engage your core, and then come all the way up, feet to touch your hands, and then slowly come back down, hover your feet over the mat, and then keeping the core engaged, come all the way up. And we're gonna do this 15 times. So 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, keep breathing, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, almost done, 2, 1. Great job, guys. Now bend the knees, take the knees to the chest. Give yourself one last hug. Rock side to side. Take your right foot to the left knee. Left hand goes to the outside, right hand goes under the right leg, interlacing both hands on the left knee. Take a deep breath in here, and on the exhale, slowly start pulling the left knee towards the chest, opening the right hip, breathing into the hip. Keeping the shoulders on the mat. Slowly release. Take the arms by the sides. And with control, let the right leg come flat on the left side of the mat. Gaze over the right shoulder. Allow yourself to relax in here. Maybe you close your eyes. Engage the core, come all the way up. Other side. Left foot to right knee. Thread the needle, left hand goes under the left leg, right hand goes to the outside, interlace the hands. Take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, slowly start taking the right knee towards the chest. Release. Take the arms by the sides and slowly take the left leg towards the right side, gaze over the left shoulder. Engage your core, come up. Release the left leg. And now take both legs to the front of the mat, preparing for your final Savasana. Taking the arms by the sides, letting the armpits breathe. Windshield your feet mat width apart. And just surrendering here. Allow yourself to relax, to disconnect from the outside world. Taking this moment to feel grateful for everything your body does for you on a daily basis. Thanking yourself for taking this time to take care of your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. And just a reminder that you're beautiful the way you are. You're fearless. You are brave. You're strong. You are unstoppable. So that's all I have for you today. As always, it is my honor guiding you through this beautiful practice of yoga. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. Namaste.